Lipo Safety, people. Lipo Safety. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm not gonna get into all of the crazy big ball vlog style intros today. I just want to do a quick little video on Lipo Safety because this just happened to me. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I just plugged. Woo! Whew, holy shit. So, dangers of lipo fire. Plugged lipo into balancing board, and it immediately, these both immediately started to swell. Not sure why. Something shorted out on this jumper board, but you think that might have caused a fire in your goddamn house? Dangers of lipos. So yeah, not sure what happened. As you can see in the video, I've been using this balancing board for the better part of maybe 15 years. Use it almost every day. In fact, I did use it last night to charge the batteries in my my other FPVs that I thought about flying today. It's about 50 degrees. So I said, hey, let me get everything charged up and get ready to fly tomorrow, right? So I grabbed two 4S batteries and I plugged them in. I plugged one into this port. As you can see, it's a little bit burned right now. And then I plugged the second one into this port. And by the time I got the second one plugged in, I noticed that the first battery was starting to swell. You could see it expanding. So I immediately snatched this out of my charger and ran it outside and sat it down on the concrete because I was like, yep, we got a little bit of a situation here. Pulled out the camera to kind of catch it on camera, YouTuber style. And I'm, maybe within a foot of that, and it vented and it shot out maybe a 2-foot long flame. And it was a flamethrower, as you saw in the video. It wasn't like a little pss, 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 pss. It was literally a flamethrower. So right now I am safely disposing of the second battery, which, it was on its way to swelling. It was showing some signs of puffing. It was starting to heat up. I did pull it out before, like after I noticed the first one was swelling. I did pull out the second one before it actually went full, meltdown. But I mean, I knew it was done because of the amount of puff it had on it. So now what I'm doing is I'm disposing of it because I got to get rid of these batteries, and I don't want to throw another flammable battery into a dumpster and have it be a dumpster fire. So I just thought, like I said, I just thought I would shoot a short video on lipo safety, because I know a lot of us get complacent sometimes when it comes to lipos. I mean, you think, hey, I got the lipos over here, I'm right here, I'm not actually paying attention to them. They'll be fine. And like I said, this actually happened within, I would say, the time that I got it unplugged and got it outside couldn't have been any more than 20 seconds. From plugging it in, count off 10 seconds, then me noticing it swelling, give me another 10 seconds to run this thing outside, and then maybe about 20 seconds before it actually vented. So less than a minute. If you take your eyes off of them, you could have a situation similar to what I just had. And I've been, like I said, I've been flying for a really long time, since lipos actually started hitting the market. Before that, we were using nickel cadmium. After that, we were using lithium ion, and then lipos hit the market. And back then, you didn't have all this. You didn't have parallel balancing chargers. I think it was rare for you in the beginning to even have a balancing plug on it. And then, balancing plugs came out. A lot of vendors were misrepresenting their battery's capacity or discharge rate. And I know a specific vendor at the time that was actually shrink wrapping their batteries between two pieces of like almost wood or fiberglass so that you wouldn't feel it swell. Those things happen in the time that I've been around lipos, but never have I ever had one vent on me. I am pretty cautious about it. I usually sit and I watch it. I am literally, when I'm charging batteries, I'm standing at they're charging right on my charger's all in my little workspace there, but I get them started, I watch them, I check them, I check the balance between each cell. I'll sit there and literally sit there for like a couple minutes to make sure nothing goes wrong, and then I'm standing right over top of them when they charge. I will say that I'm a little bit less strict when it comes to lithium ion. Lithium ion, knock on wood, I've never had one or seen one burst into flames, but it may be something that could happen. So yeah, just wanted to shoot this quick video because you know, a lot of times we get complacent, or we're new to the hobby and we don't know the dangers of the things that we have in our hobby. That flame could have definitely burned something down if it were. I mean, you gotta, when you charge these things, if you're charging them, back in the day when I used to charge them, I used to have a bucket of a stainless steel bucket filled with sand, and I would put the lid on the stainless steel bucket so that, you know, if it were to vent, there would be no issue. Now I have which I'm going to actually have to, I usually make my own instead of going out and buying those battery bags, because I don't think that battery bag would have saved in this situation. But I have a bunch of ammo cans that I was going to make into a lithium charging station, and like I said, I just never got around to it. But after seeing that's my first project. I got to get everything together. What I was going to do is, I don't even know about using these anymore, because I was actually going to, and this is, like I said, this is old, so people tell me that they have fused ones now, but I was actually going to take this and kind of like run it inside the ammo can and put all the plugs on the inside of the ammo can, and then have the charger on the outside so that I can lock it down and seal it off and have it charge. Don't actually have eyes on it, but I mean, after I got it, made sure that it was actually charging correctly, I could close the lid and lock it down and have less of a chance of a full-on flamethrower shooting all over the place. So that's my next project. Like I said, I wanted to kind of take this break from pushing or showing you all of the fantasticness of the DJI FPV drone, to tell you that this hobby is dangerous, or any hobby that you use a lithium ion or lithium polymer battery is dangerous. In fact, even if you have a cell phone, if you remember back, Samsung had an issue with their phones exploding in your pocket. And you know what, I take that back about lithium ion cells, because I've seen several videos about guys who vape having lithium ion cells explode in their pockets and burn them. So yeah, it's all the same. Just got to make sure that you are, you know, following this same procedures. Things happen when you're dealing with different batteries and different cell counts. Fortunately, I usually have all 4S batteries, but now I'm working with 6S batteries. Let me change this way. And my charger doesn't allow you to charge unless you have a balancing plug plugged in. And if you don't have a balancing plug plugged in for like a 1S, it even says, hey, you don't have a balancing plug plugged in, and you have to go through a series of approvals before to actually start charging. So looking into some new technology. Like I said, I've had all this stuff for the charger, not as long as I've had the balancing board, but finding a new charger and a new I might even go with a balancing board, to be honest with you. I might go with a charger that has at least 4 ports on it, just so I don't have to deal with this. There's a short on this somewhere. I'm checking the plug and it's not wiggling or wobbling, but again, if you look in there, you can definitely see that that plug is melted out. And unless there was some piece of wire or something in there, which it happens, like, you know, you're soldering, and that could probably be it, but I don't know how we would have bridged both of them. But you know, you're soldering. I found drops of solder, like solder splatter, in places that I didn't realize were there. So something shorted these out, and the back of the board doesn't show any signs of shortage. So definitely a scary situation. So I'm going to clear these up, and I'll get back to you soon. Talk to you later. Real quick before I go, don't forget to go check out those big ball FPV tees over on Etsy. Link in the description below.